surface of Earth. That is only called what projected body. Suppose when we are taken, it is the surface of Earth. The surface of Earth is like this. It is along x-axis. We are considered, and here automatically when we are body is along y-axis, it is not called a projectile body. It is just be called a thrown-up body. But 90 degrees to this, whatever the angle it will be there, different angle is there, either here or here or here or wherever we are considered, that body is called projectile body only. Got it or not? We want to hit one particular body here. Okay, now it will be made somewhat moving in this direction in case it is a straight line, but it is not a moving straight line. It should be compulsory parabola. Yesterday we already discussed this is. Actually, there is a two components are resolved. The body is resolving into two components. One is along the y-axis, another one is along the x-axis. Got it? And now there is a whatever the projectile, it is a contain two velocities, such that one is a constant and other is a variable. For this, for the vertical position, projectile is just like a body projected vertically up with the velocity u sin theta. Okay, clear or not? All the students, please look at that. Yes, the sin theta, cos theta, and what is these things already we have discussed so many times. These are the trigonometrical functions. Okay, now whatever the variations of the angles in a triangle, it will be taken by some functions. That is only called about trigonometrical function. There is a totally we have taken 6 trigonometrical functions. Okay, now how many trigonometrical function? 6 trigonometrical function depending on the ratios of the sine. Okay, now and hypotenuse. Based on that things of a triangle, we are interlinking with the angles. That is only first thing is called a sine theta. Okay, that is suppose it is the theta made with the what A, B and C. It is the angle made with the okay na AB and BC. Okay, clear or not all the students? It is a rectangular triangle. Suppose there is a sine theta is defined as AC by BC. Okay na opposite sign. Opposite sign. For theta it is opposite or not? Yeah, for theta it is opposite sign by hypotenuse. Okay, clear or not? This is the called what? Sin theta. Next to come to here cos theta. Which one is the called cos theta? Adjacent sign AB by what we are considered AB by BC. This is the called what? Cos theta. It is the adjacent sign. Got it or next? After this, there is we are considered the what? Next tan theta. It is the what? No, tan theta. Tan theta is equal to nothing but AC by AB. Got it or not? Opposite sign by adjacent sign. Okay, now these are the angles we are considering, especially mainly. Okay, now when you are taken some more other trigonometrical function also there. That is a cosec theta. Cosec theta is equal to 1 by sin theta. Reciprocals of these things are S, and the next one is sec theta. The sec theta is equal to taken as 1 by sin 1 by cos theta. What is that? 1 by cos theta. And next there is one more thing is there. That is what? Tan theta. So, cot theta. Cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta. These are the trigonometrical functions are there to explain all the triangles. Okay, now. Yes, in a radian mode, otherwise in a whatever the may be. Yes, that various variable functions of trigonometric we are fundamentally discussed with these things. These are very highly utilized in our physics, especially the sin theta, cos theta, tan theta. These are the highly utilized. When we want to find out there is a AC value, means what? This opposite side value. How do we write it here? AC is equal to BC into sin theta. Readable or not it is? Okay, like that, where also in our whatever the two-dimensional motion is there. In this two-dimensional motion, we want to find out any component in a vertical motion. It is a vertical or not? A vertical or not? In a vertical motion, The component is represented by the what? The velocity component is represented by the u sin theta. Got it or not? I hope you got it here. In a projectile motion, there is a what? One velocity component may constant, another may variable. Okay, clear or not? Compulsory variable. There is a what? We not said it is as zero. One is a constant. Okay, clear or not? In which way would we are consider about this? Yes, sin theta. Okay, clear. Yes, in case there is a what? Any body is moving in this particular way. Yes, what it is, it looks like a what? An adjacent component or not? It looks like a, suppose it is a resultant may, it is a theta or it is a theta. Okay, clear or not? It will become what? Opposite or adjacent or not? It is adjacent or not? There is a O and it is a B, it is a A, somewhat. OB is a become adjacent. How to find out adjacent? By the cos theta. Okay, clear or not? The AB is equal to, how we find out AB? AB is equal to taken as what we written here, BC cos theta. What you understood from this one? We want to find out anything in a vertical mode, it will be taken as a sin theta. Okay, function of sin theta. Our velocity is the variant function of sin theta terms. Our whatever our yes velocity, yes, whatever the velocity is there along the horizontal mode, changing in a horizontal mode, at that time you take it is as a cos theta. Okay, the vertical component it is a sin theta. Horizontal component is cos theta. In another terms, along the y-axis, it will be sin theta component. Velocity will take sin theta component. Along the yes x axis, it will be taken as cos theta. Along the x-axis, cos theta. Along the y-axis, sin theta. Got it or not? The sin function is always indicate vertical component. The cos function always indicate horizontal component. Got it or not? Our velocity may taken as initial velocity ux. The ux cos theta nothing but the motion is along the horizontal. Otherwise, it is indicate the horizontal component. Okay, along the x-axis component. It may somewhat makes angle with the x-axis. That is the what? In case it is a ux cos theta, in case you are take it is as a horizontal component of velocity. Uy sin theta, it will be taken as yes vertical component of velocity. Got it or not? These are the vertical and as well as the horizontal components. Got it or not? Yeah, all the students look at our textbook, the page number 92. Yes, whatever the page number 92 it is there. In that one, once look at that, there is a number of formulas are given. Most of this is contain totally how many formulas? 20. There is so many formulas are given. Approximately 23 formulas they given in a different directions and in a different cases. There is the formulas you have to know. Okay, now in this one there is the synopsis based only whatever given first and second component already now we are completed. Now there is we go with the third one. Whatever the third one, what is the third one actually? Once check it. Whatever the third it is given. Third one, once check it here. The third it is equal to taken as with respect to the origin. The position of the projectile after time t is given by x is equal to u cos theta into t and y is equal to u sin theta t minus half dt square. Got it up? Here we are consider what actually? Here we consider it is as yes position of projectile after time t is a what along the x component based. What we have considered? U cos theta. Okay, na? But in case it will be constant, the varying thing along the y-axis. Okay, na? It will be taken as what actually? It will be whatever the displacement is done along the y-axis. It will be taken as what it will be taken? U sin theta minus into t minus half dt squared. It will be come from where? Tell me. It will be come from where? Yeah, simply yesterday we already discussed it. What is that? Yes, y is equal to taken as uyt minus of gt square or plus of axt square. We written like that only, na? Yesterday we written. Yes, there is in case there is a two-dimensional component is there, the displacement for y-axis will be taken as uyt minus plus of ayt square. Yesterday we already discussed this. Ut plus half at square. Simply this is. But here, what is the u here? What is the u here? Yeah, u is here along the y-axis. That is the sine component. U sine theta. The velocity component is here. U sine theta into t. Okay, clear or not? That is ut half gt square. Why we written it is g? It is opposite to the acceleration due to gravity. That's why minus a is replaced by the g here. Got it or not? That is only I am written. Nothing will be written extra thing. Okay, now there is a when you write in a one-dimensional motion the equation of motion, the same equation of motions here also we are considered. Okay, just to change the terms based on the angle. It is not a 90 degrees now. In case it is 90 degrees, then it will be become different. It is not a 90 degrees. It made somewhat angle with the y-axis and as well as the x-axis, not along the axis also. Now, that's why because you written x is equal to, okay, now why because you written x is equal to u cos theta only. Why you not written it is either like this? X is equal to also you may written it is a cos theta somewhat a minus half g, okay, t square. Why you not written like this? Okay, why? Because the body is now along x-axis. Along x-axis means what? It is a surface on the earth. Okay, at that time, any g components are possible. Here, g is equal to 0 we are considered. That is why only we are not take this term. Understood all the students? Here we take this term like this. Understood? There is a whatever the body is a moving in a two-dimensional motion. In case, okay, now we are written there is x is equal to u cos theta for the displacement purpose and y is equal to taken as u sin theta into t minus half gt square. These are indicates of what? These are indicate the positions of, okay, now our two-dimensional body in any coordinate system. Got it or not? Yes, we want to find out the coordinate of any body x comma y. You have to should take in this form. X is equal to u cos theta, y is equal to u sin theta into t minus half dt square. Got it? Now there is a fourth point. What is given fourth point? Positions. Okay, you have to write. What is that? Position. Position of projectile. Position of projectile. Got it or not? Yeah. Next here, there is position vector of the projectile after time t. Okay, now all the students, the position vector nothing but in our coordinate system we are indicate with the r is equal to xi bar plus yj bar for a two dimension. Got it or not? Any position vector. Why? Because the velocity is one of the vector in the two-dimensional motion. The direction is also important. That is why we are taken it is as r bar is equal to xi plus yj bar. Here you write the simply the x component and as well as the y component whatever there. R is equal to u cos theta I bar minus what? Sorry, plus here we consider what? U sin theta into t. U sin theta into t minus half gt square into j bar. These I bar and j bar are unit vectors along the x-axis and as well as the y-axis. There is a what? It is a position vector. It is indicate the what? Position vector of two-dimensional motion. Okay, clear or not? These all are used as a formulas for us. Okay, clear or not? Next, after this, fifth point. What is the fifth point they given? Equation of the projection is S. That is what we are consider y is equal to. Okay, na? That simple thing only. Yes, y is equal to taken as ax minus bx square. Sorry, ax minus bx square. This is only hard to write it. Okay, now there is given one equation. Okay, now yes. Why we are using this equation? Yeah, for the finding the our two-dimensional motion in a graphical representation. Okay, suppose you take here, this is the uniform motion. How we write it is Fy is equal to mx plus c. Okay, now yes, in your mathematics may get it. Okay, clear or not? Parabola is also contain one equation. That is what x by a square s plus y square by a square is equal to 1. In this way, there is we are considering a mathematics some equation for the curves. Okay, clear or not? In your linear equation topic may get for you. Okay, that in that way there is the written the equations of projectile. Yes, it is a what? Equation of projectile. Equation of projectile here. Okay, clear. Now there is the next. After this, here we consider the next component, velocity v of the body after time t. Okay, clear or not, all the students? Velocity of the body after time t. Okay, now that is only the final velocity is equal to yes, the sixth component, final velocity after t time. It is equal to taken as Vx is equal to u cos theta. Okay, na? That is only, that's it. It is coming from where? You know where it is. V is equal to u plus at. Okay, clear or not? Here, what is along x-axis? Vx is equal to u cos theta. Yes, what is the a here? 0. Okay, na? According to projectile, there is a 0. It is g is equal to 0 along x-axis. That's why we written it is what? 0 into t. That is why only it is the Vx is equal to directly u cos theta. Okay, clear or not, all the students? It is written as u cos theta. Now, there is a along the y-axis, it will be written as u sin theta minus gt. Written or not it is? Yes, u sin theta minus gt. The velocity vector is the velocity vector we written as yes, velocity vector is written as vxi plus vyj. Okay, clear or not? Vxi plus vyj, and the magnitude is written as magnitude of this vector is written as under root of vx square plus vy square. All the students, the vectors and scalar topic may not completed for you. Okay, na? Yes, that is in a 6th and 7th IIT foundations only. Okay, clear or not? Yes, 6th class, 7th class IIT foundation students already completed vector analysis somewhat. Okay, you not completed that is. Okay, now one stick with your teacher. Okay, why? Because the vector analysis again required more 1 week, 2 weeks time for us. Okay, for discussion purpose. Got it or not? Yeah, if it is be completed every year, again we go with that. Whatever the topics your last is in 6th and 7th, somewhat introduction, which is required for our fundamental purpose. Okay. Yes, if it is completed every year or something. Okay, just a simple thing. There is axi plus ayj. Any vector it is there, na? It will be called a vector. What is a vector? You know very well. As some particular physical quantities are compulsory required to give the direction. We want to give the explanation of any physical quantity. We have to should specify the direction. Otherwise, it is no meaningless. It is. Suppose you have to take a distance. Okay, clear or not? Distance means what? The actual path followed by the body. There is no direction may be provided. But displacement, the shortest distance between any 2 points. That is only the difference between vector and scalar. Suppose there is a and B points are there. It is a called what we call it is. It is a called displacement. It is a called what? It is a called a distance. This path is a called distance. Got it or not? There is a not need to require any distance, any direction for the distance. Suppose the mass is there. The mass is called a scalar. It is not called a vector. Why? Because we can't say the mass is north side this much of south side is this much. You said like that only. Your length. What is your length means? Either you said 5 feet or otherwise there is you have to tell centimeter somewhat or 150 centimeter like that. Okay, but you can't say your length is in a north side this much, in the west side this much. Like that it is a possible. No, not need to require any direction to specify it. Okay, that type of the bodies are called scalar. Some particular things are required directions. Okay, now in which side it is moving? East side or a west side or a north side or a south side like that. Okay, clear or not? That is represented by the our axis only. Simply suppose you take a direction. This is the east, this is the west, this is the north, this is the south. This is the y-axis, this is the x-axis, this is the x-dash axis, this is the y-dash axis. Okay, now suppose you have to write your direction in this way, that is become northeast. Understood not all this? This is only the direction somewhat times how to represent that vectors format we have to write. The magnitude of this vector. Okay, now how much magnitude contained by this vector? Suppose 40 meter per second in a north direction. North direction. This is the one physical quantity. Okay, now what is that? Velocity quantity explanation. 40 is our magnitude. Meter per second is unit. North is the direction. In this way, we have to specify that will be the terms we have to write like this. Got it or not? Yeah, you got it here. There is about this is the final vector in a two-dimensional motion. Next, seventh component. Yes. Have you write there is a maximum height? Have you write there is a maximum height? Have you write the maximum height here? The maximum height is written as here u square sin square theta by g. U square sin square theta by g. Okay, clear or not? All the students, sorry, 2g. There is a simple thing only. Yes, just we are added here what? U by u square by 2g. Maximum height regularly whatever for a thrown up body u square by 2g only. Just we added what? Sine term. Okay, now why? Because the component in a vertical motion is a what? U sine. That will be only made it is square. U square sine square theta by 2g. Okay, that is only the change. Please write down these all the things. Yeah, next component after this, time of flight. Yeah. Next component is the time of flight. The time of flight is nothing but what actually you know very well. And normally when we take a one-dimensional motion, we are taking 2u by g. Expect now what is the time of flight? U sin theta. Okay, we are taking is the what? T is equal to 2u sin theta by g. Got it or not? T is equal to what? 2u sin theta by g. This is only about the what time of flight. Got it? Yeah. Next one. Yes, horizontal range. Okay, na? Horizontal range. Actually, how much distance is traveled by the body? Okay, clear or not, all the students? Along the horizontal range, nothing but the body is started here, but it will be moving in which path? A projectile path. And what is the distance traveled from O to the B? It is called what? Horizontal range. Okay, now clear or not, all the students? Now it will become what actually? It is a become R is equal to taken as horizontal range. It is a range of particle. Range of particle. It is equal to U square sin theta by g. Okay, clear or not? This is the called what? A range here. Okay, now. And next one, there is a whatever the angle is there between the two component of and what is that horizontal and vertical? It will be taken as yes tan theta is equal to 4h by r. Okay, clear or not? What is the h here? This is the maximum height. Okay, now the 4h by r. R here range purpose. One more equation is also there. R is equal to 4h tan theta. R is equal to 4h tan theta. Okay, this is only the information we are considering. Next, these are the 10 points we are considering. Now, next. Please note down this one also. Up to 10. We have somewhat synopsis is there. 11 to 12 to 13 points. Yeah, the next component is in the whatever the two-dimensional motion, that is the projectile motion. In this projectile motion, there is a whatever the horizontal component velocity change it is there. The velocity change is remains a constant here. No change in the velocity. But whatever the change we consider when it is comes towards the ground, okay, now like this it will become the horizontal component change in a velocity is in the what 2u sin theta. With the theta it is varied. Okay, with the theta it is a varied, that is become what 2u sin theta. That is a 2u sin theta. Got it or not? And this is about a component of whatever the velocity change purpose. Next, in the presence of resistance, horizontal range and maximum height will be reduced. Okay, clear or not? In the presence of the resistance, horizontal range and the maximum height will be reduced. In the last class we are discussing. For a projectile body, we not consider any air resistance. In case any air resistance is there, the maximum height reached by the body and the range traveled by the body for a projectile motion is decreased. How? Suppose you have to take here, this is only the projectile body. Now there is a without any disturbance. The body is moves like that. Suppose more air will be there here. Okay, the air is we are considered, the disturbance of air is considered here. Automatically, what happened here? Okay, now the resistance, whatever there, it will be decreased. The okay, now height, whatever reached by the without a resistance, may it will be occur like this one. When the height is occur, automatically the parabola not reached here. This is the called what range. The range before that resistance, it is here. The range is decreased or not? It is decreased. Got it? This is only about the concept of what? This is only about the concept of yes, whatever the fundamentally velocities our changes, and as well as the what is the maximum height, what is the distance traveled by the body in case it is going with the maximum height. These are the components. Okay. The next class we are going with somewhat a numerical problem. At that time you get the full of clarity what is this. Okay, now yes, and you should compulsory take a courses on the trigonometric functions. Okay, now yes, and what is the values of theta we have discussed already. Once again we are going to discuss next week. Okay, thank you. Bye. Take care.